And this is Gary with Easy Go Junk Removal. I'm in my Saturday clothes. There's nothing on the books. If something comes on, we will head out and take care of what we need to take care of. But we are also kind of hoping for a day off. It's been a crazy month. Our month second best that we've had, period, since we've been in business. And it was about 1,600 or so off of our big month. And that was the one where actually we did 20 loads from one job on, and that took about a week. And so that was an amazing month. But I just got done watching a video, and it's about a year old, about a guy who is talking about why he's not doing junk removal anymore. And this would go for anybody who's doing any business. I'm watching the video, and the guy is saying my van blew up. My what was it? Next door, they're mean, and so I had to get rid of the app. My Google ads weren't working. My GMB wasn't working, and it was I hate to say it, kind of wah. And he's a young man. And as you guys know, I started this business literally 3 years ago and about 2 weeks. Make it 3 weeks now. And so when I started this business, I started it with a truck and a trailer. And I went to work at nights at Amazon. I was 2 years old, 62. And working at a slave factory, man. I mean, it ain't no joke. I would process anywhere from 40,000 plus packages a night, just busting them out of a trailer or putting them on a conveyor belt so people can scan them and put their stickers on them so they know where they're going. And I did all of that while building this business. I didn't sit on my ass waiting for the world to come. I think one of the worst things, I love the movie, but the worst things ever happen is if you build it, they will come. Yeah, if you build it, they will come if you keep building it. You don't just sit there and build it and just sit on your laurels. You have to keep building it. You have to keep at it. Everything is changing. I try to stay, actually, I stay away from a lot of these Facebook pages now because the junk removal Facebook pages, and the reason is because there's so much negativity on there, and people are hating on each other, and I don't want nothing to do with that. My focus is making a living, making a profit, making a bigger company, making a better company. And I don't think these other people are. When the times are good, man, they're like, ha, I can do no wrong, and blah, blah, blah. They don't put away. They don't, that's the other thing, man. People do not put away in the good times. They don't pay their taxes. They don't do certain things that they should do. And they're just whining. And I'm tired of it. I put away. I'm fixing to write a big quarterly tax bill to the Fed, the Treasury Department. And that's because I'm responsible. I'm looking at my business and running it. And these people are not running it. They're running it on the low end. And it's okay to start there. But if you stay there, if you're still there in 3 years, you've done something wrong. It's not the way things should be. And so I'm just really, really tired of the whininess. And God bless this kid, but you don't quit just because everything's stacked against you, because when you start, everything's stacked up against you. Everything's new. I'm fortunate. I've been working for myself for about 35 years, maybe a little under. And that being said, I've had to see all the changes in business and how you get customers, and you have to adjust. You have to step forward every time, man. And sometimes it's hard because you don't want to. The number one thing people are afraid of, it's even higher than death, is change. They don't want change. And when you're in business for yourself, it changes on a daily basis, man. It always changes. Your customer base changes. People die off. We've lost, 2 or 3 good customers in the last, 5 months. And that changes. Life changes. People that would call you every couple of months and, haul something away, they're no longer here. So what do I have to do? I have to keep hustling. That's the grind, right? And I don't think a lot of people don't understand the grind. In fact, I know they don't. Yesterday I bought 12 bags of 80-pound cement. And I was told to wait out in front of Lowe's so someone could help me load that. And I'm sitting there for about 3 minutes, and I'm watching these 3 young men sitting there bullshitting with each other on their phones, and they've got the low, red vest on, and I'm looking at them. I go, this is nuts. And I'm not one to go and say, are you going to help me or not? Because I don't whine about it. I get out of the truck and I just start loading. I get about halfway loaded, and one of these yahoos come over, hey, can I give you a hand? And I go, well, that's too late. I've never seen such lazy asses in my life. And then a woman came out, and she's like a manager, and she goes, hey, did they ask you for your receipt? And I go, not only didn't they ask me for my receipt, they sat there and watched me park there for about 5 minutes, and I just went ahead and loaded it myself. And she said, what? And I go, you have some lazy ass people. Those are people I would never hire. And I treat my employees very, very well. So when the time comes, those kind of people, those are the last kind of people I want. They spend more time screwing off and getting away with something than it would take to actually do what they were hired to do. It's just incredible. And so when these people, those kind of people, get an inkling in their head, hey, I want to be a business owner. And I don't care if it's washing windows, cutting grass, junk removal, you name it. I want to be a business owner. They're not capable. When they go in business, 90%, let's say 70%. 70% of our competition isn't. They're just not our competition. And the thing is if you just focus on your damn business, everything would be better. Our old money, back in the day, used to, instead of God we trust, it used to say, mind your business. And that is some of the best advice a business owner could ever have. If you're over there looking at over the fence and saying, what are they doing? You're not minding your business. It's kind of like the grass is greener wherever you water it, right? And so you must water it on your side. You must cultivate it. If you're constantly looking over the fence, you're going to wind up with a field of weeds, not a field of dreams. And but you get my point here. And this is the thing. Business isn't for everybody. And you really got to be honest with yourself. You got to be straight up and say, what is it about me wanting to be in business? Am I really willing to pay the cost? Now, I knew when I went into the junk removal business and moved it from Florida to Arizona, I did my diligence. I looked at the demographics. Can it support another junk removal business? What are the costs at the dumps? Where are the dumps? Are they strategically located, or are they just all over the place and I got to figure it out? We went and visited it all before we made that decision. And so what happened was we made a educated decision. And then we knew that we had to get ourselves to work and that we had to start hustling and getting ourselves prepared for the battle of owning your business. Because the realities of owning a business is this. Let's look at junk. The reality is tires blow, tires go. Engines break down and transmissions break down. Life happens at almost every turn. Your customers say yes, and then they say no. All of this ups and downs. And the thing is you have to embrace it. You have to accept it. And you just build a better business on a day-by-day business. I mean, a day-by-day situation. And so you don't sit there and worry about what other people are doing. You worry about your business and you mind your business. And that's the secret. And everybody's running, I got to do this Google ad, and somebody's got a new, a new frying pan, right? Non-stick, and it's better than the old non-stick. And sometimes just cover the bases will create a business that you can make a living. And then you can start looking at the bigger picture. Very few of us can walk in with a couple of $100,000 and build a business and just throw, like a franchise, and just throw all this money into this apparatus that will create a turnkey operation. Very few of us. The reality is most of us start with a pickup truck or a pickup truck and a non-dump trailer or whatever it is, and they make the best out of it. And I've known people, my mentors and people I absolutely respect and look up to is Sonoma Strong. I know where that man started from. That's an amazing story. If he can do it, I can do it. And now I'm not saying you can do it because I don't know you, but I can tell you that if that man can do it, I know that Gary Noland and Joe can do it. We can do this because he's an inspiration. But the inspiration doesn't build the business. It's the hard work, it's the grind, it's the daily hustle that you have to put in to make a business happen. And so when I was watching this video, it really kind of stirred a couple of things up. One, empathy. I'm sad. I'm sad that the kid doesn't make it. Number two, though, I'm pissed because the kid didn't make it, and it sounds like he's just a whiner. And it's like, come on. We've had things come up, and we're talking thousands of dollar things come up where we've just had to grind through it. Now, that's the other secret, and I learned this from Matt, or at least it was reiterated, something I knew before, and that is put back for a rainy day. A great month doesn't mean you go and blow it all. A great month means you got cushion for the next month or the month after, and that's the idea, is you just keep putting back. You don't let those bad days swallow you up, and they may at the beginning, but if you do it right, the bad days won't swallow you. You'll swallow them up. There's a big difference in at the end of the year when you know that you paid your quarterlies, and then you go and your accountant says, well, you owe another $4,000, and you have it in the bank. There's a big difference from scrambling, where the hell do I get $4,000, than just writing the check for $4,000. Anyway, that's business. Mind your business, guys. You can do this. If I can do it, I'm 65. I'll be 65 in September. If I can do this, you can do this. But it depends on your grind. It depends on you and what you're made out of. I'm a man of steel, baby. That's what I am. I just keep on grinding and I keep making it work. All right. Hey, this is Gary with Easy Go Junk Removal. Take care.